Right about here, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you one thing. Are you really ready for some super dynamite soul?
When you look back on the Apollo, who comes to mind first?
In the way of performers, the first performer you would have to think of is James Brown.
Mr. Dynamite, the amazing Mr. Please Please himself, the hardest working man in show business. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show, James Brown!
He was very demanding. He was very difficult to do business with, but in the end, he was the ultimate professional.
A song salesman. Whatever song he did, he could sell it to the audience.
Oh, powerful, powerful man. I mean, he would do a show, one solid hour of James Brown, and it was one solid hour of motion.
What probably closed the Apollo in the long run was the breaking down of the walls of discrimination in the entertainment industry.
This is a man! Come on, Tweet! This is a man!
For example, James Brown was one of the guys who said, look, I love to play the Apollo, and I will play it all the time, but you gotta make it reasonably close to what I earn in other places. He religiously came back and played the Apollo twice a year because he felt a sense of obligation. He wanted to do that.
How's everybody? Hello? God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, it's a beautiful day.
This is a man's world!
It needs to reopen. And we reopened the Apollo Theater, then we're in business. But we must open the Apollo Theater. It was something happening there that only God knows. Yes, sir.
You broke all the attendance records?
All the records are ever set in life. They come worldwide to see the Apollo Theater. The Apollo Theater should be owned by humanity. Humanity should own the Apollo. Humanity.
Well, we learned about the Apollo being in bankruptcy, and since we were interested in cable television and broadcasting, we thought, wouldn't it be nice to have this as a forum from which we could produce shows?
You can't close the wind. You can't close the sun. So God should own the Apollo. And that way it will never close. I think Mr. Jamal will attest to what I'm saying. That place should be open all the time. Don't you think, Brother Jamal, it should be open all the time?
On Wednesday night, we'll have amateur night. On Thursday night, we have a thing called the Night of the Rising Stars.
You see, man made the cars.
I want to say that there's a barbershop up here, but some of the fellas in it, you got to bring those barbershop back, too. People got to groom themselves again. They need to groom themselves.
You don't think people groom themselves like they used to?
You quit doing that.
You groom yourself, of course.
I never changed. I was too glad. See, I came up in the cotton field, and I came up in the sawmill and the woods, and I'm grooming myself now, and I feel proud that I can groom myself.
Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl.
I remember when James Brown first came here, he came here a week ahead of time before he was supposed to appear at the Apollo Theater. He came to my shop, and I serviced him.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go, Mr. Jamal. Mr. Jamal, let's go.
James Brown here, man. James.
He spent most of the week sitting around my shop.
We're on our way to Apollo. We're going to Apollo. Come on up.
He was afraid to go out because he was afraid he would get lost. I one day showed him where the Apollo Theater was, and he went and found his way there and back, and he was very proud of himself.
He did everything in the world. He had our ushers dressed in tuxedos and everything else. So we really know that we were just the same as every people, even if you were uptown.
Thank you very much.
Okay, James.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My man.
It's come down these steps. There used to be a mic in the middle of the stage. It used to come up out of the floor. That was very clever. I'm sure they'll do that again. Brother Charles, it's showtime, huh?
Showtime, James Brown. Not man.
One more time.
All right.
It's gonna be like old time, ain't it?
Let's hope so.
This was a long walk after the show. It was hard. Before the show, it was you go right up, but after the show, you creep up, you know.
I want you right here, right here.
Everybody should come back here. Everybody. Apolloville is like blood in the veins of people. It has to be. We must have the Apollo back open.